Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to Academia. And for our week's lesson today, we are going to deal with basic mathematics in MATLAB, most especially the Podmas Rule, arithmetic operations and fractions, operators and special characters, mathematical and logical operators. And here we are going to solve different kinds of equations. So without further ado, let's start. Okay, first we are going to deal with the Podmas Rule. Okay, so if you are aware of the Podmas Rule, okay, this will just be a review. But to those of you who are not aware, so the Podmas is a acronym for P, that is parentheses, O, the order, then D is for division, M is for multiplication, A is for addition, and lastly S is for subtraction. Okay, I'll give you time to list them down. So what is this? So MATLAB obeys this what we call Podmas rule. So when you have a line or an expression, or let's say a series of numbers, like for example, let's try this one. Okay, so what MATLAB will do is first deal with the parentheses, then go to the order since it's only in the order form. It will not do anything. Then division. So he will do this, then divide, then he will multiply. Okay? So yeah, it should be 4. So why? Because 4 plus 1 is 5. Divided by 5, it's 1 times 4. That's 4. Okay. So let's try another one. Let's say, for example, this one. So just a tip or reminder, don't forget the parentheses. I mean this asterisk. If you do it like this, it's not how we write it in real life. Like if you do this in real life, it's okay. It's understandable that this is multiplication. But in MATLAB, it's not. It will pose an error. So what you will do is we put a multiplication or asterisk symbol if you want to multiply. So there we go. So once again, he will do the parentheses. So 2 minus 1, it's 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. 4 over 3 is 1.30. Okay, let's try something with exponents. So how do we deal with exponent numbers? So when you go or when you do an exponent, you just have to press Shift 6 for Windows, then get a number. Okay. So once again, obeying Podmas rule, this should be 5 minus 1. Then he will do the order, which is cube, then proceed to the addition. So my expected answer should be 4 raised to 3. That is 64 plus 4. It should be 68. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's try applying all of this in one algebraic expression. Okay, let's try. I'm just placing numbers here. If you have calculators, so it's best that you follow me. Okay, let's just make this number a little bit bigger. So, okay, let's try this. So if you have you have calculators there, if you want to try, then try. I will not stop you. Okay. Oh, it's big. I'm gonna replace 27 with a bit more lesser number. Okay, so if you're wondering why my answer is very long, I have placed format long. So if I want it to be short, I will just say format short. Then I will redo it, then like that. Okay. So I'll try to input this to my calculator and check if I have the same answer. Okay. It seems that I got the same number. So it will be about you if you will get the same number as me. Okay. Let's move on to fractions. So fractions, I will not divulge much, but fractions are like divisions in MATLAB. So basically, if you place 4 over 5, you will get a decimal point. However, if you will type this format rat, or rat is short for rationalize or rational, then 4 over 5 will be 4 over 5. But since if you don't want it to be in fraction, then go back to format short or long. So since I would like format short, 4 over 5. But since, for example, I have here a pi, it's in decimal, then if I do format rat, then install type pi again, I would have this number. If you'd ask me, oh, is this what? A real number or what? So basically, format rat is a function in MATLAB, or format in MATLAB that approximates their nearest value for an irrational number. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Anyways, so if I would go back to format, or I'll try format long, then it's fine. So I would have this number, longer number. Okay. So operators and special characters. So we will go much deeper with this in our future lessons. But since these are the basic operators, the plus, minus, times, divide, exponent, and the parentheses. So these are what governs the basic operations or operators in MATLAB. Okay, I'll give you time to try something on yourselves. Try something on your computer for you to familiarize yourself with the basic mathematics that I've just taught you. Okay, so I'm just gonna clear this. Okay, let's go to logical operators. So in MATLAB, we have 5 logical operators that would be uh, and or the ampersand. So I'm just gonna comment this. Then we also have this solid line. This is the or statement. The ampersand is the and, then the or, then when we do logical for loops or if statements, we do this or this one for or. Lastly, we have the negation, that is the tilde. So how do we apply this to in math? So I shall do this thing where I will call a function this randi. Okay. So it's just I will generate random numbers. Okay, let's just say, for example, the maximum number is 4. I mean, yeah, let's make it big. That's 17 or 18. Then I will create a 4 by 1 array. Sorry. So that is a row column number. Okay. Then, for example, I want B, determine which of them are greater than 11. So what he will give us is the logical value. So basically, as you can see here, 13, 14, 14 are greater than 11. I mean, sorry, less than 11. Sorry for that. So what only will be true is 8, since he is the only one that is less than 11. So let's try a bit bigger. 78. Okay, let's make a row matrix or row array, row vector. Okay, so let's determine which of them is greater than 50. Okay, so it's this one. So if you want to determine, okay, which of those values are the number, or what are the numbers that are greater than 50. So basically, as I've said earlier, this is a row vector. So this is in row 1, then column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say 1, A11. So that is row 1, column 1, and you'll know the value there is 50. So let's determine the value for the column 3, 56. So that is true. And column 8, column 9. Okay, they all satisfy the condition which are greater than 50. Let's check number 10 if it's greater than 50. So it's not, it's 25. That's why it is false. You can also do this where you determine which of the numbers that are correct. So what MATLAB did here is he multiplied A to B. So since then, it will multiply the numbers to A. If you would list A and B, okay, 52 times 1, that would become 52. Then 14 to 0, that is 0. So what the output would just be the numbers that are true, that they are greater than 50. Okay, let's try this one. So what if I want to find the number or the numbers that A is greater than, let's say, 70, and also A uh, less than 4, 20. Let's make it, no, let's make it 30. Okay, so sorry, what's the output? I think I mistyped. So basically, there's no number greater than 70. Oh, it should be or. Let's try or. Okay. So here are the numbers that are. Oh, I'm sorry. I have not changed 70. Okay. So it should be greater than 70. Sorry for that. And less than 30. Okay. So basically, there is no number greater than 70. So it will just be this value. Okay. So what I did earlier, the end one should be empty. Why? Because I'm looking for something that is both less greater than 70 and less than 30. So that's not correct. It should not exist. Because there is no number that is superimposing between this condition. So what should be my statement? So that should be C is equal to say D. A should be less than, let's say 50, and A greater than 20. Okay, there we go. So we got this number. So this number is, or are the numbers that is greater than less than 50 but greater than 20. Okay. Okay. Suppose you want to change the numbers that are less than 30 to be equal to 50. Okay. So how do we do that? So for example, we have A. So that would be A less than 30 to be equal to 4. So as you could see that the numbers that are less than 30 are suddenly changed to 40. So let's just say that I wanna change 40 to 0. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Should be equal. Okay. If, for example, less than or equal 54 be 0. So 52 should be included. Okay, let's say 56. Okay, so 56 and 55 should be changed to 0. Okay. That's it. And let's just say greater than or equal to 60. So all are 0. That's how logic operators work. Okay, since it's now time for our solving the topic about solving different kinds of equations. So let's try the following. So since this is plainly algebra, so before you declare any numbers or letters or variables, you should first determine what are the variables you're going to use. So just type sims. Let's just say x, y, z. Okay. So next is you put the equation. Let's just say 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Sorry, let's do times. Okay. Okay. So suppose you want to solve for x. So let's say as a is equal to solve equation, then put the variable of what you are wanting to solve. So there we go. Okay, suppose we just want to solve one thing. So equation is equal to x raised to 5 is equal to 3125. Then solve equation x. Since it's the power of 5, so we expect 5 different outputs. Let's just make this big. Okay. So what if I only want answers that are real? So just put this, solve equation x real, then true. Okay, so that is just 5. So let's say I want to prove that quadratic equation or MATLAB can solve quadratic equations. So let's put this. Okay, so just do this. Okay. There we go. So that's how MATLAB tries to solve quadratic equations. Okay, you can use this to solve whatever things you want to solve, like algebra and such. So if you want to know more about it or explore, you can just use the search documentation or just click help, equation, type equation. So you would see different solutions or release or documents that has something to do with equations or solving equations. So that is it. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot. Kindly email us or message us. So if you will have any more questions. Thank you.